What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wizards Outlook. We got Cardo Dudley Jr., as you guys can see, at Capital One Arena. Tough loss for Washington tonight. They fell to the Heat, 110-102. One of the themes was back-to-back games where they had tough third quarters. The Clippers handled them in the third quarter in the last game, and this one, Miami. That's where Miami created some separation. We saw Washington fight back in the fourth. They just couldn't close the deal. Cardell, your thought on Washington's fight in the fourth and what led to the breakdown in the third?
Miami Heat defense. Their defense started swarming. They got physical. They controlled the boards pretty much all night. And, when the Wizards got shots, they were one and done. And that's if they got a shot. You know what I mean? That third quarter, it got very ugly. They held the Wizards to 28% shooting from the field and 20% shooting from deep. I rebounded them 15-11. Forced 4 turnovers. And, led by Jimmy Butler, Terry Rozier, Kevin Love. They went to work on them. And you got to give Miami credit, their bench. They showed up big in the third quarter. They outscored Washington's bench 14-3. So you add all that up with the defense holding them to 15 points in that quarter, but managing to score 31. I mean, that was the game right there. You know what I mean? Like, they shot 45%. They shot 45% from the field, but they got to the line as well. They were just more physical. They got to the line and made 8 out of their 10 free throws and scored 10 baskets off for 8 assists in that third quarter. They were clicking on all cylinders, man, both ends. And Washington kind of was on their heels during that period. And then, it got tough. But after that, you know what I'm saying, the fourth quarter, they regrouped, made it a game, but it was over. It was too late after that third quarter.
It felt like at times Miami was kind of let Washington play into that. We've seen him at times, Washington taking too many threes or too many ill-advised threes. It felt like Miami was comfortable with them taking those tonight. Or do you just feel as if Washington couldn't break down Miami's defense at all in long stretches?
It's just physicality. That's all it was, man. When they got in front of them, they moved their feet. Whenever Washington felt some contact, they was passing it or forcing them bad shots. Trying to draw the foul, looking at the refs and stuff like that. They were the more physical team in that quarter. Then Washington got mad at Hanson in the fourth quarter, led by Corey Kispert and his surge. But it was a little bit too late for that, man. They gotta learn how to not get rocked so hard and then try to fight back from such a huge deficit, man. It's a game of runs, so each team gonna have a run. But they gotta be more mentally tough and physically tough, where the opponent's runs don't sustain for a whole entire quarter. Maybe a couple minutes here and there, but not an entire quarter. That's how you keep losing games, and that's what it is.
All right, they got another tough one coming up on Sunday. They got Phoenix in their building. We told everybody this was a tough week for them. And as you I think Ray's been talking all year about the way that they respond to runs. In the last 2 games, these veteran teams have had no issue creating separation with the purpose. Like you said, it is a game of runs, but you can't go down that much. It's too much of a hole. Who'd you have as a player of the game tonight?
Man, that's tough. I'm going to give it to Bam, man. Even though Jimmy Butler went off, I'm going to give it to Bam. He was dominant inside. 20, 14, 8 or 14 from the field. He controlled the boards, man. He really held down the paint. And he helped kind of neutralize Gafford. They really needed Marvin Bagley because they needed to attack Bam by committee. But, I give Gafford credit. He battled, but Adebayo was a beast, man. Even his rotations on defense, the defensive man, heads and out and all that, altering so many shots. He was just a monster all night.
Yeah, I definitely think Bam's one of those guys where people just don't pay nearly enough attention to what he does on the defensive end in terms of how much stuff he takes away. And yeah, that was one of the things that was noticeable tonight. Again, it speaks to the job that Marvin Bagley's done consistently while he's been there. You notice his absence tonight. You definitely notice his absence. So X factor.
X factor, man. I can go so many places with this, man. But Terry Rozier, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, no turnovers. It's ironic. It's rare that I give a player that shot 2 or 13 from the field, but his speed killed the Wizards, man. The way you can see where his addition is to the Heat. He speeds them up. And that's a big reason why when they came out in the third quarter, they caught the Wizards from backing, man. Because they were just running off, getting on the boards and running off those boards. And he was pushing them up. And that's how he was able to facilitate and find ways to get to the line, man. He was 11-11 from the line. He literally got majority of his points. 11 of his points from the line, man. Out of his 15. And then he was tough enough to go in there and get 8 rebounds. He made life tough for Jordan Poole at times. Jordan Poole, 6 for 21. 2 of 14 from deep. But I ain't even about to get into that, man. It's just more of the same, man. But I give it to him, man. I could have went with Tyler Hero. But I think Rozier's defense and Terry Rozier's pace with the ball, keeping an up-tempo pace, allowed Miami to dictate a lot throughout the game, especially in that third quarter.
I'm happy that you brought up his pace because some people, not most, but maybe the casual fan might have been wondering why Miami went out and got him. It's exactly what they needed. They lacked that. 8 rebounds at that height. You got to love him going down there and helping his group in that regard. I'm going to get to some of the comments if you didn't have anything to add on tonight's game. And as you said with the Jordan Poole thing, look, you kind of touched on already. The physicality tonight. Physicality. All right. To the comments. Blizzy Baby said, first off, Wizards 3-point percentage was terrible. Mostly Jordan Poole. Like, where's the Poole we seen in Golden State?
I mean, we've been asking that all season, man. Your guess is as good as
ours. The next one, shout out to Corey Kispert with the 3-point shots and Denny with the effort. It's all about pride at the end of the day. We got several from Blizzy Baby here. It's like Adam Silver gave players scripts and they just played a role like actors. It's ridiculous at this point. He said in another thing, the refs calling too many fouls for Butler, giving him free opportunities.
Nah, he was bullying them. They got to be more things going on now,
man. He said, I love the young fella, Bilal Coulibaly. I think that's a sentiment that's shared here for sure.
Yeah, the Wizards got one with him. He just got to continue to develop, get reps, but they got one with him for sure.
Corey Kispert reminds me of Klay Thompson.
Hell no. Just because he's making threes, he got a quick trigger. That's about, and he's very light. That's about the only comparison between the two. Klay Thompson is a 4-time champion. Future Hall of Famer. My man, he's 60 and he's with 11 dribbles. And at his best, he's an all-NBA defensive team caliber defender. Corey Kispert's nowhere near that. So, hell no. No disrespect.
No. And I was going to say, despite Corey having a good night, that comes outlandish. Michael Kirksey agrees with you. I don't see Klay.
He's Corey Kispert.
And there's nothing wrong with him being Corey Kispert. Shout out to him for the game that he had tonight. If I'm Denny, I smacked the back out of – I'm going to leave that alone. Scary Terry fits them. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Like, Brett, 2 for 13 is a fireable offense. The only people deserving credit for tonight is Kispert, Denny, and Gaff. Denny forced like 10 misses down the stretch of the fourth. Kirksey said we won't be seeing the Poole from Golden State. 2 for 14 is even worse.
Yeah, that's just, come on, man. That's horrible.
This, for sure. Yeah, this. Area 11T said this is the Poole from Golden State. Jacket 3's looking for fouls. He ain't going to get on the Wizards. We just don't have the spacing they did.
Space has nothing to do with it. They got space from Corey with bombing from 3. They had space has nothing to do with it. Pittsburgh was 6 for 14 from deep. That has nothing to do with it. He's not strong enough. He has to go stronger and really take that contact and get the ball up on the basket. It's as simple as that, man. He's too light hands, and that's what it is. And the ref's not giving him the ability to BS. So when he make contact, he flop and falls back and stuff. They're not giving him easy foul calls. You got to earn it. It's as simple as that. You got to adjust.
Like you said, if we know that he's too light, you know the refs know. They say it on a nightly basis. You're not getting those calls, man. We need to see some trades after the night. We'll see what happens as the deadline approaches and passes. That's all I got. They got snipers to go to say also he wasn't the focal point for sure. Definitely wasn't the focal point. Third or fourth option. But man, it's been a rough year for him for sure. There's a lot of things he could do better. I think that's the best thing I say is he and Kuz, I'm gonna keep saying him and Kuz had a hell of an opportunity this year, and they've done whatever they've done with it. That's that. Yeah, just let's throw the Golden State comps away and leave it be. This is a total rebuild. That's somebody who's fallen from a place this place hasn't been since, like decades ago, right? And to how this place has been in terms of multiple chips that close to each other. But again, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to check in with you guys on Sunday after the Phoenix game. So for Cardell and myself, y'all have a great night. See you guys soon.